Bonjour à tous ces amis, c'est encore moi Kevin, auteur du blog Le Japon en noir et blanc. Aujourd'hui, nouvelle invité spécial. So today I have a special guest that will do the interview in English. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name's Corny. I have a channel called Cornyco, and that means Corny Community. And there I like to tell story times about dating in Japan and vlog too and show my life in Japan. Mostly Japan related, but I throw dabbles of randomness in there too.
Okay. So the reason I decided to invite Corny is because she has really interesting things to tell us. So please, can you tell me what is your best experience and your worst experience in Japan?
Best experience is probably going on vacation to Kyoto. I know that's very typical, but just seeing the image of old temples that I've always had in my mind as a young child and seeing it in real life, having that experience, I just felt like I jumped straight into Japan, like this is Japan kind of typical thing. I know it's standard, but it's something I really enjoyed and got to document and vlog about, so check those out. For worst, honestly, my first Japanese boyfriend in Japan, it was kind of a culture shock for me, realizing that I could be, discriminated against because I'm different than Japanese.
Oh, what do you mean by different than Japanese?
I'm non-Japanese, I'm black.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think it was a black thing, to be honest. I think it was more xenophobia that I'm a foreigner, and I didn't know that would ever be an issue. I guess I was kind of ignorant to that. So yeah, when that happened, being rejected by his family and that affecting our relationship really kind of shocked me and kind of traumatized me, to be honest, about my whole perception of what it's like to date in Japan and date a Japanese man. Not saying everyone's like that, but it really opened up my eyes and it made me feel sad because I've never felt less than or like I'm not worthy until that happened. I've never had that experience in my life, so that was really negative for me.
When you say his family rejected you, how it affect your relationship? That's why I don't understand. Why? Because basically it's only this family. If he really loved you, why he didn't stay with you?
That's
why he
my
didn't?
Point.
Yeah.
And that's why That's why I ended up breaking up with him, because he wasn't strong enough to, think, forget my parents. It's not about how they feel. It's about how I feel for you. And yeah, he just wasn't strong enough. He didn't have his own mind. And there's a lot of other details that I haven't discussed in my story that I probably won't say, but let's just say she had health issues that affected his relationship and bond with his mother in particular. So he was very close to her and didn't want to upset her or, for them to fight. And I just thought, you know what, this is too much drama for me. I know what I'm worth. Go ahead and please them.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
But that's sad. But it's also interesting because I watch your channel. I saw on your channel you did a lot of story time about dating and everything.
Yeah.
And one video in particular drew my attention. And I wanted you to talk about this. It's that video where you say why you like Japanese guy, why you prefer to. Is that why you prefer? But
yeah.
Why
I like.
Why you like Japanese guys? Because me, I invited a lot of people on my channel, a lot of girls, a lot of foreigners. Have had difficulties to date with Japanese and everything, and she has good experience. You started with a bad experience,
yes, but then it opened the door to many good experiences.
Can you talk about this?
So first of all, I want to disclaimer, guys, I do date outside of Japanese. Before I even came to Japan, most of my boyfriends were black, actually. I've lived in a very multicultural society, so anything goes. I'm not one to specifically go for a certain type of race.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah. She's telling you, no fétichisme.
Right.
Elle a aucun fétichisme
Right.
pour les Japonais. Elle a aucun fétichisme pour les Asiatiques. Mais elle veut seulement vous expliquer pourquoi elle aime les hommes japonais. Voilà.
Thank you. Yeah. So, but yeah, with that being said, I do enjoy dating guys in Japan, Japanese guys. Because I feel that they have more of a concept of being the gentleman, the perfect gentleman. Okay, women do like to be catered to and taken care of and made to feel like this traditional role. At least I do. Not everybody is like that, but for example, being wined and dined and taken out and paid for on the date. That is appealing to me, I'm not gonna lie. Of course I can pay my own way. Of course I can pay for myself, I got my own money. But it does feel nice when a Japanese guy does that for me. They take me out and, you know, open the door, let me walk through it. I've had very many good experiences in that sense compared to my dating experience in the UK. I feel like guys are more attentive here, you know, they pay attention more, which leads on to, you know, how they remember information about me. They're very good listeners. Most of them.
No, in Japanese in general, even Japanese girls, if you say something to a Japanese girl, she won't forget. Even in 10 years, she will still remember what you said on this bench, like the first time when you met her. Right.
Very good at retaining information, which is, it can work against you, of course. But like, you know, for dating, it's good that they remember, you know, your hobbies, you know, little information, because women like that. Women like listeners. I love a good listener, and that lets me know that they're really considering how I feel. They you know, they care about me and my personality and what I have to say. So yeah, so getting the attention when it comes to being wined and dined and taken out and feeling like you're gonna cater to me as the woman on a date, but also yeah, listening to me. Do they know about Line, the app? Because online it's a bit of a different format where everything is made cuter. You use emojis and little. And with Japanese guys, they're a bit, not feminine, I wouldn't say feminine, but they do say a lot more cute things and send me a lot more of cute emojis with like love hearts, and it's just really sweet the way that they talk to me, and like in third person, which is kind of bizarre but also sweet. Is Corny okay today? And I don't know if that's because of like their limited English ability, or if that, you know, they just are being very respectful of me. But I do like the way that I am talked to by a lot of Japanese guys. Very polite, very sweet. On the flip side, I have had just straight out rude guys though.
Really?
I'll stick to the nice stuff. But yeah, of course not. I'm not talking about everybody, you know. There are bad guys out there who have spoken to me like crap, but most of them are very sweet. But yeah, anyways, that wasn't what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I like when guys, the way that they groom themselves. I'm comparing this to my world, which is the UK. Not saying that everybody goes around walking like tramps, but it's much more of a laid back attitude there. You know, people still care about fashion and grooming, but it's just less judgmental. I think people are just free to do what they want and they're not judged as much. But here, image is everything, you know, beauty is everything. And I think that is a positive side in a sense when it comes to dating a guy. Because I like my men groomed. I like my men that like to take care of themselves and look well and dress nice for the occasion. You know, they think about it, they make the effort. If you just turn up in a joggers, I mean, I love joggers, but if you turn up in joggers and sports gear for a date, unless you're super hot, I'm not going to be feeling it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it just that's another way of letting me know that I'm worth the effort. You know, by them taking care of themselves, it's like, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing it for myself, but also for you. So I like that men have more of a care about their appearance here in Japan.
So, you told, like back in England, you date a lot of black guys and everything, and in Japan, you date Japanese guys. I heard, like, there's always one subject, one point.
I know when
but,
this is
okay, but foreigners always feeling like, how would I say, look down at Japanese. Can you talk to me about this? There's a really big difference between, I would say, between black guys and Japanese guys when it comes to action, you know, when it comes to real relation, like adult relation, you know.
Ooh,
when it comes to bed, you know.
We're getting spicy. From my experience, I will say there is a difference. I feel like being with a black person, a black guy, they do enjoy dominating more, which actually I quite like and miss about dating black guys. They like to take control, and they just like to feel like they're in control. And I personally like that. I like that personally, that kind of attitude. I like to have that dominant behavior in the bedroom. But with Japanese guys, I feel like it's the opposite. They like to be dominated a little bit.
You think is because you're a foreigner, or in general they like to be dominated by women? Because me, I think it's because maybe they look at you like you're maybe strong. Because me, I got like obviously girls who talk about this. They told me sometimes Japanese guys also like to take control and everything. So
I don't know if it's because I'm a black woman and they think, oh, black women are so strong and like outgoing and they're freaky and sexy. You know, there's this kind of attached stereotype to black women. So I don't know if it's that or just look that a lot of guys that I've been with in the past have wanted me to do things to them more than like, come here, woman. I've had it, but I just feel like compared to black guys, when I compare, that's how it's like. But I have been dominated also. I sound like a right freak, like a sexual freak.
No.
But in my experience, I can just say. But I haven't been with too many guys, but the ones that I have been with, a lot of them have liked to be dominated.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but I do get asked about size. Do you get that question a lot?
Yeah, what about size? Is a really big difference between like Japanese and black guys?
There is.
Okay, that's it. We don't need to, you know. We
don't need to go into it.
Yeah.
Genetics, man.
Yeah, genetics. Okay, but it doesn't. I would say it doesn't necessarily mean it's really different.
It's the motion in the ocean. Okay. Absolutely. Am I divulging too much?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll tell you one story of one time when I was in university in the UK. I was dating an African man, Nigerian, the biggest I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I was scared. I was like, what are you gonna do? And he didn't please me the way that I wanted. Is this too much information?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Like he didn't please me in terms of, happiness. And then I've had smaller guys in the past who have really done their job well. So size doesn't really matter as long as you can feel something. It's the motion in the ocean.
Okay. This is interesting because a lot of foreigners guys really look at down Japanese on this subject. Well, that's why I wanted like to guys. I wanted that guys knows that size is not everything. Voilà, la taille c'est pas ce qu'il faut, c'est l'utilisation, la famille. Bref, on va passer sur un autre sujet. Now I wanted to conclude, to finish this video, ask you what are you planning for the future? To live all your life in Japan, or are you planning to leave Japan, or I don't know, what is your future project? Right
now I get asked this question a lot, and it can be quite frustrating because I'm happy here at the moment, and I know there's a lot of negative sides to living in Japan. You've probably heard from Kev before, but like, for me, I'm not ready to leave, and especially during this pandemic, it's not a good time to move, in my opinion, because things are just up in the air. We don't really know what's going on. I feel safe being here. I feel like I can be creative and happy and explore. Things that bring me joy are here right now. The only reason I would move is to go back home for my family or to start a family, maybe. But I'm not even at that point, guys. I'm single. Just saying. So I don't know what my plans are for the future. It's hard to say that right now, but all I can say is I'm happy
here in Japan
right now. It could change in the future if you ask me a couple of years or months down the line, but for now I'm not moving.
Ok, interesting. Bon les gars, très bonne vidéo. Comme vous l'avez vu, elle s'est livrée, mais en général, elle s'est livrée plus. Il faut aller voir sur sa chaîne internet et sur sa chaîne YouTube. N'hésitez pas à liker, à partager, à vous abonner, à la rejoindre sur sa chaîne. Je mettrai le lien dans la description. Et sur son Instagram aussi, je mettrai tout ça dans la description. En tout cas, merci beaucoup.
Ah, merci.
La bise à tous, la famille. Et n'oubliez pas aussi de vous rendre sur mon site internet, le Japon noir et blanc, pour vous procurer mon ebook. Tout dire en japonais, c'est aucun effort. La bise.